Born in 1769 on the island of Corsica, Napoleon started life far from French royalty. His family, though of minor nobility, struggled financially. Despite their challenges, Napoleon showed early signs of intellectual brilliance and ambition. Hey everyone, and welcome to Country Histories. Today, we embark on a journey through the fascinating life of Napoleon Bonaparte, a man who rose from humble beginnings to become Emperor of France and leave an indelible mark on European history. We'll explore his triumphs and failures, his impact on warfare, law, and society, and why even today he remains a figure of both admiration and controversy. So, buckle up, history buffs, as we delve into the world of Napoleon. He studied at military academies in Brienne and Paris, excelling in mathematics and artillery strategy. However, his Corsican accent and fiery personality often led to clashes with fellow students. The tumultuous French Revolution erupted just as Napoleon graduated in 1785, initially torn between supporting his Corsican homeland's fight for independence and the French Republic's ideals. He eventually sided with the latter. Despite limited early opportunities, his tactical mind and ruthless efficiency shone through. He gained recognition defending the Republic against Corsican nationalists and royalist forces. By 1796, Napoleon, at the age of 27, was given command of the French army in Italy. His daring tactics and decisive victories against Austria, like the Battle of Lodi, propelled him to national fame. He not only secured French territory, but also liberated parts of Italy, spreading revolutionary ideals and garnering immense popularity. Returning to France a conquering hero, Napoleon played a key role in crushing a royalist coup in 1799, solidifying his reputation as a savior of the Republic. However, the government remained unstable. Recognizing the power vacuum, Napoleon, along with his brother Lucien, orchestrated a coup d'etat, seizing power and establishing himself as the first consul in 1799. As first consul, Napoleon focused on consolidating power and rebuilding France. He introduced administrative reforms, strengthened the economy, and negotiated peace treaties with European powers, bringing a much-needed sense of stability. However, his ambitions extended beyond France's borders. 1800 defeated Austria at the Battle of Marengo, securing French control over northern Italy and solidifying his power within France. 1801 signed the Treaty of Amiens with Britain, establishing a brief period of peace, which Napoleon used to strengthen his military and expand his influence. 1805 crushed Austria and Russia at the Battle of Austerlitz, considered a masterpiece of military strategy. This victory further elevated Napoleon's status as a military genius and earned him the nickname Napoleon the Great. 1806 decimated Prussia at the battles of Jena and Arstead, establishing French dominance in Central Europe and leading to the creation of the Confederation of the Rhine, a group of German states allied with France. 1807 signed the Treaty of Tilsit with Russia, creating a vast French empire stretching from Spain to Poland. This marked the height of Napoleon's power and influence. Napoleon's victories fueled his ambition, but also sowed the seeds of his downfall. His relentless expansionism drew other European powers into coalitions against him. Additionally, two crucial mistakes proved turning points in his fortunes. In 1808, Napoleon invaded Portugal and Spain, attempting to bring the Iberian Peninsula under French control. However, this sparked a brutal guerrilla war that bogged down French forces for years, draining resources and eroding morale. In 1812, convinced of his invincibility, Napoleon launched a massive invasion of Russia with over 600,000 soldiers. Initially successful, the French army faced harsh winter conditions, vast distances, and fierce Russian resistance. By the time they reached Moscow, the city was burned to the ground, offering no supplies or shelter. The retreat from Russia proved catastrophic, with only a fraction of the Grand Army surviving, marking a major turning point in the war. Emboldened by Napoleon's setbacks, European powers formed the Sixth Coalition. In 1813, at the Battle of Leipzig, also known as the Battle of Nations, Napoleon suffered a decisive defeat against a combined force of Prussians, Austrians, Swedes, and Russians. This shattered French dominance in Central Europe and paved the way for Napoleon's eventual abdication. While waging war across Europe, Napoleon also aimed to modernize France from within. Some of his key reforms included the Napoleonic Code, introduced in 1804. This legal system streamlined laws, abolished feudal privileges, and guaranteed basic rights like religious freedom and equality before the law. It remains a foundation of the French legal system and influenced legal codes across Europe. Public infrastructure. To improve communication and trade, Napoleon invested heavily in infrastructure projects like building roads, bridges, and canals. He also initiated the construction of Arc de Triomphe, a monumental arch in Paris celebrating his victories. Education reforms. He established a centralized education system with meritocratic advancement, promoting public schools and making secondary education more accessible. This aimed to create a more educated and skilled workforce for France. However, it's important to acknowledge that these reforms weren't without limitations and criticism. Authoritarian rule. Despite promoting some liberal ideals, Napoleon ultimately established an authoritarian regime, silencing dissent and suppressing opposition. He crowned himself emperor in 1804, marking a clear step away from the revolutionary ideals he initially championed. Limited social mobility while promoting meritocracy in education. Napoleon's regime still favored the wealthy and well-connected. True social mobility for the lower classes remained limited. Financial strain. The constant warfare and ambitious infrastructure projects put a significant strain on France's economy, ultimately contributing to public discontent and financial hardship. The tide finally turned against Napoleon in 1815. Defeated at the Battle of Waterloo by a combined British and Prussian force, his reign came to an end. He was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic, where he spent his remaining years writing memoirs and reflecting on his extraordinary life. Napoleon Bonaparte died in 1821, leaving behind a complex legacy. He is undoubtedly a military mastermind, a visionary leader, and a reformer who shaped modern Europe. Yet, his wars caused immense suffering and loss of life, and his authoritarian rule raises questions about the price of ambition. Today, Napoleon continues to fascinate historians and the public alike. His life serves as a cautionary tale of unchecked ambition and a testament to the enduring power of individual influence on the course of history. Monuments throughout France and Europe stand as reminders of his impact, while debates about his achievements and failures continue to rage on. Napoleon Bonaparte's life is a captivating story of ambition, brilliance, and ultimately, tragedy. By understanding his journey, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of history and the forces that shape it. So, next time you come across a statue of Napoleon or stumble upon his name in a history book, remember the man who rose from obscurity to become emperor and whose legacy continues to resonate even today. Like this video. Did you enjoy this journey through Napoleon's life? Give it a thumbs up if you learned something new. Subscribe for more. Want to delve deeper into history? Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next adventure. Let's discuss in the comments below. Tell us, do you think Napoleon was a hero or a villain? Why, we love hearing your thoughts.